Charlie Kirk is backpedaling as hard and as fast as I've ever seen someone in right-wing media do over his prior statements just about a day ago that he's done talking about Epstein for the time being after getting a call from Donald Trump clearly saying to get in line. So we're gonna play what he's now saying his stance is on discussing Epstein, and then a reminder of what he said earlier this week.
Honestly, I'm done talking about Epstein for the time being. I'm going to trust my friends in the administration. I'm going to trust my friends in the government to do what needs to be done, solve it, balls in their hands. I've said plenty this last weekend. I want to make an addendum to what was said yesterday is we're going to keep on talking about it. When I said for the time being, I was talking yesterday. I was telling the audience, guys, I got a whole deck of stories I got to cover here.
That is the most obvious spitting in your audience's face lie I've ever heard. And by the way, his base knows it. His base watching that is like, come the F on, you were talking about that day. First of all, he's twitching even more than usual in that clip. So you can tell the pressure he's feeling. Ken Klippenstein took that initial thing where he's like, I'm just gonna trust the government on this. It got like 9 million views on Twitter or whatever. There were write-ups about it. He was revealed as an absolute fraud, okay? And so he probably got, I'm gonna guess, 100,000 comments of people who, for better or worse, and I'll say worse, trusted him or listened to him, and they were like, dude, I'm done with you now. You're an absolute clown and a fraud. And so the backpedal. Okay, so here's what you're supposed to believe. That he said, I'm done with it for the time being. And all he meant was, that's the end of this story. You know how on the damage report 10 times a show I say, and I'm done with it for now. I'm just gonna trust the government. Let's move on to the B block. We'll be back on it tomorrow. Yeah, that's how people talk. That's how people talk. Also, by the way, he said, look, I talked about it all over the weekend. You can refer to my statements if you want more of my thoughts, but I'm done with it for the time being. Why would you refer back to the previous stuff? What you were trying to do there was like, hey, I've been on the record. Please don't hate me, but I gotta fall in line. I gotta bow down. That is obviously what he was doing. And his defense is the media cut out the part of his statement of for the time being. He's pretending that the media all just quoted him as saying, I'm done talking about Epstein, and not the for the time being. As if that's exculpatory or whatever. Again, that's not how you talk about something that you're gonna bring up on the show tomorrow. But just to be very clear, in our coverage of it yesterday on the show, that was in the clip. Every news story that covered his hypocrisy had it in. So it's not even true. It wouldn't be a defense if it was.